Introduced the idea of systemic agency. But there are actually systems, like the economic system, the political system, the legal system, that act on us. A lot of people seem to have sort of surrendered to that systemic agency. What's the use of fighting Georgia Pacific? And they've got Jacksonville City Council in their pocket. They've got a team of 27 lawyers. Why even bother, man? I'll just buy bottled water. You know, it's just easier. And I'll buy my fish from somewhere else. I don't know where. You're not going to get good fish in most places. But why even try? Social movements are sort of one of those little pockets in our existence where there's still human agency, where we can bring about specific, enduring social change. Now, in order to be successful as a social movement, a lot of components, you know, resource mobilization and all that stuff. So there are two broad points that you have to do. You have to sell your morality, and then you have to sell your agenda or your solution. So the first thing you have to do is you have to sell your morality. You have to go around and tell other people, just like we're hearing today, you know, it's bad to kill the coral reefs. It's bad. And then I'm selling a morality, and other environmental sociologists that we have a symbiotic relationship with nature. And I mean, I'm sort of like making light of it now, but you really have to sell that message. You have to really get that across to people. But that's not adequate. That is sort of the lifeblood of the social movement. It's really important. You have to get people to buy your morality, your ideology, your ethics. All those, you have to get people to understand they actually do have an ethical responsibility. That when you do nothing about the harm that you're benefiting from, you are behaving in an unethical manner. You have to convince people that. Maybe some people you can be more confrontational with, maybe other people you got to be a little softer with, put on a little soft furry gloves and pet them instead of punching them. Whatever you want to do, however you want to approach it, and try it in different ways. We have that's the first thing we have to do. The second thing we have to do is sell our solutions. We have to get people to agree with us that the solutions that we're proposing make sense, they should be done, and that takes us right back to the top of regulations. How do you convince people, and how do you get your regulations across? You have to recognize that there's inequality that needs to be dealt with. That's just a fact of our democratic system. Then you have to recognize that you have rights and obligations. And then you have to recognize that you have a responsibility, and we have a responsibility, to sell this morality, this ethic, and these solutions. When we do that, then we have effectively gone through the democratic process of justifying the regulations that need to be put in place to reduce the pollution that we're creating that is causing the damages to the reefs, the damages to the climate, the damages to the ecosystem in every respect. And so this is just sort of a model of how to conceptualize it. I think probably everybody in here was doing some of that already, involved in different levels. This is just sort of a model to see the larger picture of how we can move forward in this respect, and understand what we're doing, you know, analytically what we're doing. And it does require a lot of study. It's frustrating sometimes. By the way, one final thought. The French Revolution, you all heard about it a few years after the American Revolution, total copycats. I can totally see like Ben Franklin, you know, like, that's so cliche. But they were, so that they have this revolution, and everybody who started the revolution lost her or his head before the republic was established. And so I don't expect us to be beheaded, but all the intellectuals in the colleges, all the universities, all the political operatives, all of them were beheaded before there was stability after the revolution. And the point that I bring out is not to wish that you lose your head. It's actually a dreadful situation to be in on that. But the guillotine. But sorry, I'm lost on that.
Sorry.
Antoinette's head. We still talking. But the important thing to realize with that is that your efforts and our efforts are not necessarily going to have immediate results. I mean, Cash, I mean, great guy. And he's not even trying to, he's not taking on Georgia Pacific. He's just trying to talk to St. Louis City Council. And like, he's been working on this for what, a year? And he's still hitting roadblocks, and it's just like a little energy button. how's it going to keep on working? And it might not even happen. Who knows? Monkey wrench can be thrown out at the end, and it might not happen. Well, try it, you know? And so, you know, take note of your small accomplishments. I know, for instance, there was Molly and others in here were part of the homeless movement. And yeah, you're not going to end homelessness, and you're not going to get the city council to accept your moral position immediately. But that was a success. It was a great thing. You communicate to more people that there is inequality in the city and in the state, in the United States, and part of that inequality is systemic. And so we need to change policies to mitigate the problem of homelessness. Okay, that idea got communicated. It's one more little thing. And so that's just something that we have to work with. It's very frustrating to not see results. You know, like, I mean, it's easier to see results. And if you boil water and put noodles in it, 15 minutes later you have spaghetti. It's like, great results immediately. And it doesn't happen. So thanks, y'all. And go forward.